Every activity has its own language, those special words and terms used by participants. In this video, we'll decipher some vineyard and grape growing terms and discuss why they're important. Some are obvious, some are not. Drop the device. Get away from that keyboard. Step outside into Shred World. Here's the first obvious. A vineyard is a place where people grow grapes. It needs to be an area that gets a lot of direct sunlight. It should have a slope to allow water to drain away. The surface is called the floor. It can be grass or dirt. The spaces between the rows are called alleys. These alleys are wide enough to keep the rows of vines from shading each other. There is room at the end of the rows to allow equipment to be moved freely from one row to another. This is called headland space. Vines are usually planted in straight lines, rows. They're often planted in a north-south direction. This allows all parts of the vines to get equal amounts of direct sunlight. It also allows the prevailing northwest breezes to blow down the alleys. This helps to dry the leaves, which lowers the incidence of fungal diseases. The distance between the vines in the row is determined by their growth characteristics. It's called vine spacing. The vines are supported by a trellis system. This wooden post is called an end post. The inner post of the H-brace is called a brace post. The posts in the middle of the rows are called line posts. This diagonal brace wire keeps the H-brace from shifting or bending. Other 12-gauge wire is used to support the plants or to help direct their growth. U-nails hold the wire to the posts. Connectors join the wires where necessary. These vines are trained on vertical shoot positioning because they tend to grow upward. Other types of vines do better growing downward or trailing. For each of these and other systems, the one wire where the fruit grows is called the fruiting wire. There may be additional sets of wires called catch wires. Catch wires contain the shoots and keep them growing upward. Shoots are part of the plant. Here are the other plant parts. The grape plants have an extensive root system. Many vines are grafted or joined to disease-resistant rootstocks. If so, you can spot the graft union near the ground. The main support of the vines grows out of the graft union, and these are called trunks. Most grape varieties do well with either one trunk or two trunks. The area at the top of the trunks, where they bend onto the fruiting wire, is called head space. The parts of the vines along the fruiting wire are called arms or cordons. This training system has regularly spaced spurs coming off of the cordons. And from these spurs, shoots grow. The thick sections of the shoots are called nodes, and from them, buds emerge. The vines will send out these little spiral things to grab onto whatever's nearby. They're called tendrils. When filled with leaves and fruit, this area of the vine is called the canopy. Clusters, or bunches, refer to the grapes. If left to themselves, most grapevines would grow into a tangled mess. So their growth is directed into a specific pattern. This is called training. Here, young trunks growing from the graft union are being bent over the fruiting wire to form cordons. Extra trunks trying to grow from the graft union are eliminated. Excess canopy growth is removed regularly. This is called hedging. This is all part of grapevine training. The time when the grapes begin to change color and build up their sugars is called veraison. When the grapes are harvested or picked, it's also called the crush. After harvest, as the weather turns cooler, all growth stops. The leaves change color and fall off, and the vines become dormant. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, well, you know what to do.